I got it. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wealthy Wednesday. Today we are here to gather and talk about your money personally. But here's the deal. You're in love. You're thinking about getting married. She's got a bunch of debt. You got some assets. Nobody knows what to do. They don't know if we should do a prenup or not do a prenup. Is it the love or is it the money? It's not shade. It's just strategy in real business. So today we're going to talk about should you have a prenup or not? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey
You
man,
was
what's
really
up? What's up?
good.
Well, I see Kamari try to set up a solo Twitch and Rumble page.
No, they've been up. I just hit them by accident. I don't even think what is working.
No, they're not. That's why I popped
Yeah.
up. I'm like, hold up, this boy streaming on Rumble. He trying to get that conservative bread. Huh?
We going everywhere, baby. We going
you trying
everywhere.
to
We
Kamari versus
outside.
30 liberals or something? Like
We,
you trying to get that chicken?
I actually hate those. By the way, shout out to Amanda Sills. I do like Amanda Sills. Some stuff makes me itch, but for the most part, I'm a fan of hers. I enjoy her work. With that said, that clip that's floating around, I feel is terrible. It's like every Republican conservative talking point about black people, and it just shows how much folks are not reading and doing research. So that's all I got on that.
Yeah, folks ever read and done research though. Like that's not a new thing. My thing is y'all gotta stop like wasting y'all energy and time trying to get people to see things your way that never will see things your way because it's not about what you're saying, and it's not even about the topic you're discussing. People just have a hatred for other people.
So, sir, I'm not wasting my time on anything.
I'm
I
not talking
see
about
it,
you per se. I'm not talking
and
about
I
you
scroll
specifically.
on by. I
I'm not
scroll on
talking about you
by.
specifically, man. Yo,
Oh,
man, distance yourself from disrespect, man. That's the phrase of the year, man.
okay, that's what it is. That's what
I,
it
I
is.
don't even know who I stole it from, but whoever I stole it from, salute to you, man.
You stole it from Dr. Aaron Smith's pastor.
I keep forgetting his name, Dr. Aaron Smith. I heard it from
Yes.
Aaron Smith, so he gets the credit. But Aaron Smith, salute to you. That is the my phrase of the year, man. Distance yourself from disrespect, man. Protect your peace.
Yo,
Uh, I would agree. I would agree. But I mean,
Did you?
I saw it. It's really hard to ignore when people are stoked in ignorance. But
No,
I'm
no, it's
not.
not.
I don't know. It's in your face. Like it's constantly pumping. So when I see people say, "Why should white people be responsible for the sins of their ancestors?" It's kind of hard to ignore that.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not.
Okay. All
It's
right.
no,
absolutely
I'm
not.
I'm 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 a little bit with Kamari. Like, hold up. You really said that?
Yes, they say that.
Like, no. I know they really do say that but I personally can ignore it because it's on the internet. But if it's not like in person, I wouldn't be able to ignore that. I'm just going to keep it a sidewalk. On the
I'll,
internet, I can
I'll
ignore
ignore it.
that a lot,
I'll,
but in
I'll ignore the
person,
person or the internet because it doesn't make. Because what am I going to do? Like it's rage bait, right? Oh, I'm gonna. If I get upset, I'm trying to get you to see that you're wrong or otherwise. I want to have an intellectual conversation with someone who's not intellectual. I'm wasting my time.
Okay, so here's a question, Jim. We do a lot of in-person public events.
Hmm.
Somebody comes to our event and they ask that question. What do you do?
Trying
Do
to
you
hold Corey
ignore it?
back because before I'll be able to say something, Corey's gonna be going out of his neck. So my first
pretty
response
much.
is keep Corey out of trouble, man.
Yo, how does interloper get in here?
My first thing is to keep Corey out of trouble, man.
So Jim is correct because the first thing I'm gonna ask is who let the interloper in? Because nobody that really rock with us is gonna ask no stupid ass question like that. And then I'm
I
gonna
agree.
see,
I agree.
and then secondly, uh, if they don't get the person out of my eyesight and earshot, they're gonna catch all holy hell with both barrels of my with both barrels. Like what? You don't get the fuck out of here, like. And then then I'm gonna proceed to give them a history lesson on the United States. I'm gonna give them a quick history of the United States.
Okay.
Your ancestors are war criminals, and my ancestors are prisoners of war, and we're still in that same situation to the day. So that's the short version of the history.
Okay. All right. But you would try to educate them. So,
No, that's not education. That's a short history of what happened. If they with an arm shot, they might get choked.
See, that's why, and that right there is why it's not worth it. It's just not.
Because that right there is a question of somebody who was raised by enslavers, whose education comes completely from enslavers, and that still drives me nuts. Like, all right, well, if that's the way your education has been set up, stay away from me. You don't,
Yeah,
and this
but
education is
but
even worse because you don't know who you're talking to. Because I'm not one of them people you can say that to and be close to me. You can't say that up close range to me. Something bad will happen to you.
But again, I'm just getting to the fact of the matter is, if this is what they've been taught, right? This is what they've been taught, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there gotta be consequences. And see, this is another thing I say, right? The reason why people stay and do stupid shit is because there's no consequences for them saying and doing stupid shit.
Yeah, but so again, those consequences, right? The consequences are they're ignorant. You saying or doing whatever you want to do isn't going to change it. In fact, it'll probably just further just push them towards that other way. Listen,
Okay.
man, the great Emilio Sparks said, man, I can't.
But that's better for me because now you'll learn a lesson about you'll learn one lesson. I can guarantee you that, and you might learn two.
Listen, man, the great Emilio Sparks once said, "I can't blame you. I blame your old heads," and that's what it really boils down to because you just talked about how they were raised and what they were taught. So I feel sorry for people that feel that way. Like I feel sorry because you're clueless.
My empathy and sympathy for people that are not my people is zero.
I'm not talking about that. That's a whole different conversation. I'm just talking about ignorant people. Because here's the thing, Corey: the people that he's talking about are people that look like you. He's not even talking about any other folks. He's talking about your people.
I know that's the part that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ignorant person making the statement.
Hold on, y'all. It seems like we're probably going to need to review some of these because we got too much conversation about this, not to make it full. But before we get to our topic, I wanted to just share this real quick. All right, this is a big moment. Just wanted to say thank you, Jimmy, for recognizing. Damn it!
That's what you get. See that right? That's called karma.
I was right. All right, this is a big moment. Just wanted to say thank you, Jimmy, for recognizing that I was right. All right, I wrote this down. This happened on July 6th. This is an old clip, but it's happened on July 6th. But Jimmy indeed said I was right. So we got to memorialize things like this. But thank you, Jimmy. You're a great brother. Have a great day.
You know, it's something you said before, although you talk against it a lot, but you said it before. I got it from you. All wealth is created by the government, right?
A lot of it is, yeah.
So we need, you know, I guess you were being hyperbolic when you said that, but that one time you actually said that word, all wealth is created by the government. And when you first said it, to be completely honest with you, I said, this Libyan is tripping. And then I thought about it, you know, I thought about it. I did some reading and I was like, Kamari's right.
In a grand scale,
Yes.
Right. Now, I didn't play this just to show that Jimmy is a great guy and that I was right. I showed this because Corey was talking about there's no consequences. If you look at the dynamics of our group, this is who we are. Y'all see me argue. Jimmy always gets on me about not saying pause for plausible offense, right? But there is a challenge. The intellects are being challenged. My question is, where are these people being challenged? Or is that just a thing of the past and it no longer exists anymore? So that's all I got, y'all.
No, so first of all, you know I have a response video to that didn't drop yet, but I digress.
I'm waiting. Where you at?
No,
you got 24 hours. It's like a beef tape, man.
No, listen, it is true. That whole video is true. I was doing some reading, and you know, I'm always reading, man. I always read and try to learn more, and that's the thing, right? But most people aren't that way, which is why it doesn't make sense to go back and forth with Neanderthals that could care less about what the facts are. They care about their feelings. But I digress, man, because we are here to talk about love and money. And shout out to everybody who's watching live. I see people still pulling up in the room. So, you know, I want to give you guys props. Shout out to the whole village. And for those in the village, shout out to everybody that's already watched Stack Sats to Die Trying. That drops later this week, but you already got access to it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the feedback on that.
All right, well, as we get into it, let's just shout out to our people. MSED. All right, Still Rocks is in the building. Just going to run through these real quick. Rich, the Jigger's here. I know there's some more here. Everybody, you know when y'all come into black space, you gotta say what up. What up, though? How y'all doing? So as we talked about earlier, we're talking about love or money. We're talking about to prenup or not prenup. Put in the chat, tell me, what do y'all feel? Are you down with prenups or are you against prenups? But we saw an interesting clip, and I had a problem actually getting the actual clip, Jimmy. So I'm just going to show it right from YouTube.
So I gotta say that I've been biased and done a little bit of research. I did, but the research I did was because of somebody that we had on our Bodyhood podcast a few years ago. So this person biased my opinion a lot, because the opinion I had before I met this person was way off from the opinion that I have now.
All right, well, I can't wait to hear that opinion.
What is it?
No. We get into it in a minute. Let's watch this and we'll get into it.
Okay.
So hold on.
Hopefully you put the right thing up. Pause.
Here you go. Oh, and by the way, Jimmy, with you telling me I was right, there was a whole lot of slander in there. I picked it up, by the way.
What are you talking about? Wait, hold up. I gave you props. You still tell me
you was like,
for those watching,
you try to be hyperbolic.
No, for those watching, and Corey is my witness because I had this conversation with him.
That wasn't slanderous. The tone was not slanderous.
No, but Corey is my witness to this other thing I want you guys to understand. Kamari has an issue with someone that's saying something positive about him or getting credit. If you try to give Kamari credit, he somehow turns that into slander. He thinks that no one can ever give him credit.
That's because you always slander me.
No, I told you got that Mike Tyson thing going, man.
Nah, I don't. Not to that extent. But all right, let's talk about this. And the internet's acting.
Looking for an easier way to get
ads?
Say hello to Taylor. Just go to the
Somebody mute their stuff, please.
Your LLC state, choose your business name, answer a few questions, and that's it. Now your business has tax flexibility and
this sucks.
Plus,
you want me to share it, bro? Put it in the private chat. I'll share it because I don't get ads, dog. It's 2025, man. We don't do ads.
Well, by the time we get to it, it'll be over.
You can't speed the ad. You just gotta wait, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, yo, you got ads on YouTube, dog. That's disgusting.
That's because you talk about.
I guess I'm disgusting too because I got all the ads.
Well, you always talk about me. Wait a minute. You always talking about me having all the subscriptions. That's the subscription. Here we go.
Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I recently got engaged. My fiance and I are both 36 years old. We're looking to start a Brady Bunch. We've got 5 kids between 10 and 12 between us.
Oh, wow. Between 10 and 12? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I have twin sons who are 11, and she has a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, and 12-year-old.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a house full. That's fun. So great.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Yep. So the reason I'm calling is because we have a pretty large difference in assets. And I think based on your advice, the advice would be that we should get a prenup. So I have roughly $12 million and she has roughly $50,000. And so we started the process of looking into a prenup, and it's been an emotional one. And I totally understand why. And I think especially like we went through a questionnaire talking together about it. But then when we got the first draft back from my lawyer, that's when she's really not been feeling good about it. And I understand the concern. So, I mean, she feels like I wouldn't be fully entering the marriage in the same way that she is, because it feels like I'm holding assets like separately off to the side. And I'm sensitive to that, and especially in some of the context of her former relationship. And so I'm just looking for maybe more clarity and like what you guys would recommend.
All right. So before we get into their response, what do y'all think?
I mean, he's got to protect him and his twin sons. And I understand they're in love and all that, but that is a huge difference. 12 million to 50,000 is an absolute huge difference. And my thing is, I mean, I understand how people feel about prenups, man, but I think prenups are all a way to protect both sides in general. Because now that's not.
So you're pro prenup, Jim?
Yes, I am.
Do you have one?
I don't.
Okay. Because I'm in the middle. I don't have a prenup either, but I was broke
But
as
I
hell when
also
I got
I
married.
also didn't have nowhere near what I have now. When so what I have
So
was help built by my significant other. So
Gotcha.
you know.
For the
yeah,
record,
so
marriage is a cheat code. We believe that. I know I do. I know Jim does. I know Corey does. When done right. When done right. All right, Corey. So how do you feel now?
how I feel now is like similar to Jim. Like everybody should get everybody should get a prenup.
Damn, everybody?
Everybody, because it's a business contract. And this comes from talking to a guest. We had a an attorney, a prenuptial attorney on our podcast, a black woman, a few years ago, and she was breaking down the statistics of what happens when people get married and how much of that money goes to the state and doesn't even go to either party.
And by the way, shout out to that sister. Her name was Shabri Parker.
Yep,
Okay,
Shabri Parker.
I've heard of her before, yeah.
And
I think she's here in Philly, right?
She's in Philly, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she's
I've
Philly
heard of her,
based. And so when she was breaking down the numbers, and she was like, especially poor people, because you don't have that much to give away. And then if you get into a situation where you get into a relationship and you break up, because most people think that prenuptial agreements are for people who have wealth, and they are. But she said the poorer you are, the more you need the prenup because you need to protect the little bit that you got. And
Correct.
I was like, damn, I never put those pieces together until she started breaking down the numbers, because she's an area, expert. And what she was giving us was just like, damn, like, I was like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? So shout out to that sister for being able to change my area of information. And then, I did it, I don't do nothing but service level research, because it don't take much more than service level research to get to the bottom of a lot of stuff if you know what you're looking for.
Well, that must be a mighty sister, because I know Corey is hard-headed as all get out.
Yo,
so she got to be mighty powerful.
Changed everything. Like, I was like, damn, I ain't know, because I'm like, damn, like the whole time she was talking, I'm like, damn, I ain't know that. Damn, I ain't like, I kept finding myself saying that same phrase. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, I ain't know that. And then at the end of it, I was like, yeah, I was like, you're right, because I started off on one side. I thought it was one way, but then it was another. So, in the words of, it wasn't that way. She was like, no, y'all need that paper. And then, she was saying literally just about everybody should get a prenuptial agreement. Everybody.
I mean, I know for a fact a lot of people who need to be thinking about it more than others are, this situation here where you got bonus kids from previous relationships, because I'm sure he's going to want his two twins to get more than the other three that she's bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Or to just make sure that they get what he feels they're
He's
entitled
not going to want to bust down for work that he did before he met her. Like,
but
my thing is,
it's a protection. It's a protection for not just him, but his family, like his twins, right? His 11-year-old twins. He's got to protect them. And if they're in it for the right reasons, then that shouldn't matter anyway.
Right. It should all work out in the wash.
She gonna help him build more. And if you set the prenup up where from this point, forward, where I'm already in a situation where we can drive that number that's in the millions, brother.
Anything above 12, we break down.
Yeah, we bust down.
I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, that's my mindset, prenup or not. Listen, I come to the table with what I got. You come to the table with what you got. If we decide to go separate ways, then we bust down whatever we made together, or whatever debts we created.
But that's not how the state views it, and so that's why you need that piece of paper that says that.
It also depends upon what state you're in, because some states is absolutely egregious.
Yep.
Yeah, they come wreck your whole
livelihood.
livelihood.
California cats be getting spanked in Cali.
I mean, so, people who should be thinking about prenups are definitely people who have children from previous relationships. A lot of times entrepreneurs or people who are creating intellectual property, which is best about just about everybody, content creators, since everybody's a content creator these days, right? So
that's why she said literally, and these were some of the points that she was making when she was doing our show. She was like, listen, you got to protect the thing. She was like, why would you put in? She was like, it's about time and energy and effort. Like, why wouldn't you protect that time, energy, and effort? And why wouldn't that person who says they love you want you to protect that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Another thing, people who have significant debt are also great candidates for a prenup as well. So just some things to think about. But all right, let's look at the rest of what they said.
Oh man, this is a hard one.
That's what she said.
Because I think it is a wise decision.
You can't help yourself at any point.
At all. He takes nothing serious at all.
My fault, y'all.
Decision to do one. And I say that even more. I have a friend who's going through not a great situation, and she came in with a lot more. And now he's just, it's just messy. It's messy. And there's a level, again, you're hoping and praying, obviously, that this is the one and that it's going to last a lifetime. Mm-hmm. But as you guys have experienced, there is a reality to all of this. And whenever any of us get married, right? I think there is okay, I'm choosing you for a reason and for a lifetime. But we also don't live under a rock and know that things change in life and situations come up. And unfortunately, some really hard things happen and does causes marriages to break up, right? To enter into divorce. And we don't want that. So what were I'm curious, what were the parts of it that was making her, because you guys went through a questionnaire together and it didn't sound like the questionnaire brought up a lot of red flags, but when she was actually reading it, does she feel like she won't be taken care of if something happens, or what's that underlying?
That's a concern. Yeah. Yes. And I think especially her kids as well too. And it's something that I want to address, and I think we could address in a will or some other document or method after we get married. And it's something that I want to do. I absolutely would want her and her kids to be taken care of too if something, didn't happen to us. I think it also, it feels very condescending to her that either she, and I don't see it being a problem for her at all. My goal in this, and I think that's what your advice is that in our case, that I know is rare, it would help protect our marriage. And that's what I want to do. But I totally understand that she feels it's condescending, to her, maybe her and her family and her friends, that they might be a problem and that we would need this to protect against them.
Can I ask how stringent this prenup is, how strict it is? Because when I've heard calls about this before, my question is always, is there a way that this can be more progressive, that over time and over years, some of the restrictions fall off? Does that make sense to where it's the longer we're together and the more that this feels right, some of this starts to fall off and now we start to become one. And after a while, it's all gone and we are one. Is there anything built in like that?
There's nothing currently built in like that. So other than that, it's pretty basic. So everything we enter into the marriage with is separate property, except she has a small amount of debt, and she's been awesome about eliminating debt, especially the situation she came from. But I don't want her to carry it all. We would just pay it off.
Now it's funny. So Jamel just put something in the chat, and he said, "Can a prenup have a joint custody clause for current children or children in the future?" And what I was thinking was, they're both 36. They easily could have another child, and that could totally change the dynamic if they don't pre-plan this properly.
Listen, man, my thing is, that's why I said keep it simple. You got 12 as a base. That's going to grow. That's almost like a Brewster's Million amount. Like it's going to grow even if you don't want it to. So
it depends.
I mean, unless you go out there and just start buying boats and start acting a damn fool. But if you were able to accumulate 12 by 36, I mean, you pretty, I'm not sure how this gentleman ran the bag up. But with that being said, though, if they're focused, that 12 could become, 100. So anything above the 12, I just say, let's bust that down. But gotta protect his kids, man. So, but I think the thing that he's asking the question means that he already knows he has to get it done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's looking for somebody to justify his decision.
Yeah, and he needs somebody to hold his hand. Sound like.
Yeah, because my thing is this, man. You found somebody that you like to spend time with and you want to make it right, but then you also don't want to tear down all the time that you spent to do all of it. So I get why he's having a little, back and forth with himself. But on the other side, dog, you gotta protect yourself.
But it seems like she's really pushing the trepidation about this, not him.
So because my thing is, she feel like she hit the jackpot and she should have full access to it. Like that was the pot at the end of the rainbow, and she don't want to give up that pot at the end of the rainbow. She want to have both hands access to dig all up in my man $12 million guts.
So Corey, you ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with her.
She ain't messing with a broke. I mean, listen, and I'm gonna say this. If she don't take that prenup, if boy don't walk away, he's crazy.
So you know who had a similar situation, right?
Who you?
Stack. No, not me. Stack. Stephen.
Oh yeah, but that was he tried to get her. He pulled that off. Was crazy though. He tried to get her to sign like the day of. Like he pulled up like right before.
No. He said
he's been talking to her about signing it.
Yes.
Okay. So he walked away. She signed.
Right.
Got you.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, he made the right decision too. I mean, he makes a lot of other decisions that's kind of weird, but
Oh God.
Checking in with 13-year-olds and throwing up. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Don't send me off. But with that being said, though, you got to protect yourself, man. It's really just about protecting yourself. It's not about being evil. It's not about being nasty. It's about protecting yourself in the event that something happens in the future. But also, to Corey's point, from the state as well. Get your documents together.
Because if you don't have a plan, the state got a plan already in place for you.
Oh yeah, they're coming for you.
That's a prenup. That's a will. That's custody. All of that.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about the state until she was saying like how much of that money the state be manhandling between the state and the lawyers. She was like, you could pay the lawyer up front, and then you would only have to pay a small amount to get it. The language to make sure that everything is done at the end. You know what I mean? So you're gonna pay a small amount up front and a small amount on the back end, or y'all could go to war and y'all can spend most of the assets that y'all arguing about giving it to the lawyers and to the state.
Yep. So Jamel said this: the 6F divorce attorney on Soft White Underbelly Fire Channel, by the way, says $2,500 will save you hundreds of thousands or possibly millions. So, as our sister Courtney always says, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Yeah. Basically, a little bit of money up front will save you a boatload of bags in the back end. So, yeah. All right, let's get to the rest of the show. Let's get to the rest of this.
And then everything after the date of the marriage is shared. So income that I make or she made, we just share it. Our plan is that she would stop working. She'd be able to be home with all these kids.
Does that include interest on the 12 million, like as that grows, or does any growth on that 12 million remain yours?
Yeah, so at least as it's currently structured, the growth in that would remain mine. I think we have talked about, it's not in the document, but like if I were to stop working to also help with the kids, which would be an option, like the income that we drew from that would be considered our income.
I think I would. Yeah, I'd be wondering about that if I were entering in that marriage. Like, how can we protect what you've already created, but how can I be a player and how that grows from here on out? Like, how can I be a part of that? I think I might be wondering about that. That's tough, man.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and then the only other additional part is we're planning to get a house, and I was just going to buy the house. We title it in both of our names. I just consider it community property.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're being very gracious about this, Derek. I think it's such a hard line to be wise in a situation and being. I mean, you don't sound like you're drawing these crazy hard lines, and you know what I mean. And you're
No.
pushing it like it's. Your tone feels very humble and gracious, which I mean, I think she probably very much appreciates. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I were in her position, which you never can fully do for somebody. You know, there's a part of me that I don't know. I think I would understand you're coming in with 12 million.
Yeah.
And I understand that's not mine right now, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, this one's hard for me. I see.
Are you an anti-prenup?
No, I'm not. I would not go that far. I think it's just it is a very tough way to start out a marriage. Clearly,
yes.
because we're dividing yours versus mine.
Yeah,
and everything else in the marriage is we say we, us, our. So it is tough. And if you're a person, I'll put myself in the shoes. Me. I've always viewed, when you enter a marriage, it's like this.
Yes.
You don't know who you're going to fall in love with. And that person happens to be loaded. And now suddenly you're like, oh, this picture I had of it being ours is not possible. That's just tough. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just tough.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, Derek, I think it's too, I think it can feel like the 12 million's off in this corner and we're never going to participate in it. But I think it comes into it's mine if something happens. But up until that point, it's ours. Like we're sharing assets.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
Like we are living our lives together as one. But for some reason, if something ever happened in a divorce, this part still goes back to me. Does that make sense? I wonder if framing it.
That's a good way to frame it, because that
with her, because it can be hers, right? Like you guys can share in this. It's the only time it's not hers is if you guys legally go through a divorce. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It totally makes sense. And that is how we want to live going into the marriage.
Yeah. And it sounds like and that sounds like your attitude, because you're going to take some of our money and we're going to buy a house together with this money and use this money for our family. So I think it's such a fine line, Derek. I mean, it's so hard, but I think I would keep and bring in a third party. If there's a great marriage counselor or therapist, honestly, it's something to think through and even get other opinions. Because you want to be on the same page with this.
Create your free every dollar budget today. The simplest way to budget.
He brought the 50,000. Would she be as gracious?
And first of all, he'd be getting clowned. He'll be getting clowned by all. She'll be getting clowned by all her girlfriends. You let this nobody, nothing, blah blah blah, get all up in like, come on, man. We know how society is, so we know. Come on, don't even ask that dumbass question.
I don't know, man. Where they
It
from?
was not a dumbass question, Corey. It was a very valid question.
Where they from, man?
What woman you know? All right, let's do this.
I'm not going to generalize all women, Corey.
I said, what woman do you know? I didn't say.
I don't know. I don't know any woman.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna just say, what woman do you know in the history of women? I'm just saying.
I
mean, am I wrong for asking that question, y'all? Asking
no, it's a legit question. It's a legit question, and who knows? For those watching, though, what do you guys think about this? Like, what do you think about the prenup? What do you think about prenups in general?
All right, so we got a couple responses to that earlier. Oops. All right, if you have any significant assets, house, stocks, business, real estate, savings, yes, a prenup is warranted before jumping the broom.
How about this? If you don't have any of those things, it's even more warranted because you need to protect whatever you got, even if it's just your bank account.
Oh man, you on Team Jimmy today. You want to slander me too. $13.13 a month. Kamari, no ads.
I pay $6.99. I got that grandfathered in YouTube music, man.
All right, Jigga says, lead attorney has a great video outlining how to structure a strong prenup. Protect your ass and assets.
Pause.
Right? Why do you need pause for that? All right, Still Rocks, what up, baby? He says, how do you get that much at that young age? I might need a consultation. I got to up my income. Old dude should get the prenup, especially with the family situation. All right, we got that. Success, we got that. Jiggy says, what do you think about getting your prenup even with little to no assets, with no alimony clause, in the event that you are building assets of significance down the road?
I mean, if we building it together, why you need alimony?
But depending upon how things are going, depending on the state you're in, you possibly could be liable for alimony.
No,
but there are some cases when the ladies have to pay alimony too.
Yeah.
Listen, it's going both ways now in 2020.
Shout out to Mary J. Blige. All right, we got that. What about more? I'm a widow whose husband left me and our children very comfortable. Salutes to you.
Salute to him for taking care of y'all. That's
that's love. That's love.
Absolutely.
All right, Amor says, I called off a wedding a few years ago because the man would not sign a prenup. I had to protect my children. We got a real live example.
Yeah, right in the chat. That's crazy.
Now, Amor, not to get all up in your business, but did he want to sign a little bit, or was he just like, no, absolutely not?
I mean, obviously, he didn't want to sign. They didn't get married.
Well, I'm wondering, was there a little wiggle room?
All right, they got married.
Jigga says a 6F divorce attorney says he tries to convince his male clients who already been divorced to never get married twice. Just enjoy the next relationship until wears out its welcome. That's actually crazy, but it's real. It's real. It is real.
And that's realer than real deal Holyfield.
Yeah. All right, Cousin Ash, what up? Hey, Kamari, maybe she needs to study how he got his and go out and get her own. I caught the tail end of that video. Yeah, I would agree with that. All right. Women will be encouraged to get a prenup if it was vice versa. All right, somebody being honest.
Hey, Nicole.
What up, Nicole? What up? Oh, hey, Dre. All right. Trill 0119 says, I'm in it because, to be honest, people don't want to be understanding. Imagine a woman getting mad at you during a divorce after you agreed that nothing will be split. A prenuptial agreement helps you leave.
Yeah.
All right, so you already planned out your exit. All right, Journey's family pays alimony $7,000 a month. Jeez. And she's young. I didn't even know she was married. All right, I know from experience, my ex tried to come after my 401k, but the judge helped me out. Mind you, the marriage was only 7 months. And I also believe 401ks and all assets that's protected by ERISA, which is a law to protect retirement assets. I don't know that you can go after 401k.
Man, yes, you can. I thought that too, but I've seen people get them joints cracked.
Good.
I saw somebody get their pension cracked. I saw somebody in the city get their drop money cracked. I've seen this. It's dirty game out here.
What up, Don? Don Johnson says Nate always teaches to get a prenup. Oh, Lord. All right, shout out to Kendu and Kevin Federline, who I think got paid twice. I don't even know who Kevin Federline is.
He was married to Britney Spears.
Oh, right.
I also think Kelly Clarkson's husband, he just recently passed away, but he was getting paid too.
So she might be happy about that one.
No, that story is crazy. That's the only reason I know about it is because Monica was showing me he passed away recently, but they had got divorced because he was acting as her manager and he has allegedly stole money from her. Which is why they got divorced in the first place. So she had to pay him alimony, but then when they found out that she stole money, he got a court order that had to pay her back like 2.5, some crazy amount, several $1 million he stole. So their whole situation was different, and then he randomly just passed away with like skin cancer or something.
Wow.
Yeah, so some real TV stuff.
All right, Trill says yes. I work for UPS. Imagine trying to split the $90K I have. I was 28. I didn't even know about it. So again, fact check me because I might be wrong. All right.
Must be doing what they want to, but also I want to say salute to you, Troll, because you ran up damn near 100 bands before 30, and that's a dope accomplishment. And you did it. And I got another level of respect for you because you did it at UPS. I worked at UPS for about 3 hours, so the fact that you was able to sit through there and stack 90K, man, I got nothing but respect for you because I couldn't make it past my first day.
So I worked there, but oddly enough, I was talking to someone we know, Jimmy, who works at UPS now. It's been there for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, you kind of got past the hard part. Now you in there, you can start getting the benefits and the stock options. So you might want to use it as a wealth play.
Dog, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like I'm too busy to do anything, man. But there's certain companies whose stock I be wanting to acquire so much of so bad. I be thinking like, yo, I should just go give me another little side job there. Yeah. I had that experience like earlier this week, man. I went to I talked to y'all about it last week, but I went to the Amazon Fresh drink.
So you want to go work for Amazon?
Dog, I don't know if I'm going shopping anywhere else.
So my exit plan for my business, I think I might go work for Whole Foods. I spend a lot of time and money in there.
Which is Amazon,
right? Which is owned by Amazon, correct?
The Amazon Fresh store, bro, is phenomenal. First of all, they got this huge parking lot underground. You pull in, you go up into the actual joint, right? And they got carts, but the carts have technology in them. So when you put something in your cart, you just move it. It picks up what's in your cart and you put it down. First of all, if you're Amazon, you have an Amazon account, you scan that with the cart. So everything is just basically put into your Amazon account. It's crazy, bro. They got all kinds of stuff going on. Everything's fresh. It's basically I
DoorDashed Amazon Fresh, and I was super impressed, bro.
It's a teched up Whole Foods. It's like Whole Foods with technology. That's what it is. That's the way I can explain it, Kamari.
Gotcha.
Put it like this. I left that John. I put in an order for 50 shares tomorrow. So I'm buying some individual shares.
Never mind. All right, A. Moore says, in the event of separation, the agreement would have been whatever we build together, we split. But whatever we already had coming into the marriage was off limits.
That's
he did
fair.
not want to agree. I think that's fair.
That's fair.
I think you were totally in your right mind, A. Moore. So God bless you and his loss.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Salute to you, A. Moore.
Where's the Amazon Fresh store, Jimmy?
Right on Spring Garden. It's at what's that?
That's like 6 in Spring Garden, right?
6 in Spring Garden, right at the corner of 6 in Spring Garden. I know Target is like on 6th Street, like a block up. I know they probably like, damn, because they about to get their food ate. Like Amazon pulled up on their corner. You know what I'm saying?
They stole their block.
Dog, I felt like it was like Marlo swinging a golf club, and you see like Bodie down the street just sitting there looking like, yo, what's going on? Like that's what it looked like.
Target thought it was one way, but it's the other way.
Man,
all right, Jigga says, shout out to Guy Ritchie, 72 to 92 million from Madonna, and Renee Elizondo. Oh, that's 10 million from Janet Jackson. That was their divorce.
Janet went and got her a billionaire and took his paper. So,
all right, hey Dina, welcome. Dina says there's an Amazon Fresh near me. Need to check it out. Thanks for the heads up.
See, that's what I was thinking about. If I could do something like that, I would do it. I don't even know where I would find the time for it, but if I could,
do it on the weekends.
Yo, I would do 1 day a week and tell them whatever I make, just buy stock. Like I would do that, bro.
And I'm pretty sure there's a stock purchase program. By the way, side note, there's so many people that work at publicly traded companies that have employee stock purchase programs, and they don't take advantage of them. It just boggles my mind.
I work at Whole Foods once a week, and I have benefits, and I buy stock out of my check. Hold up, I might have to speak to someone. Whenever I make, because let's just say I don't even know what they pay an hour, but let's say they pay $20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm getting a share. I go once a week and get a share a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, not necessarily. Shares now like 2 and some change, but still, you're close to a share.
All right, Nicole says Halle Berry's husband got her in divorce.
I saw David Justice. Yeah,
they clowning at the golf joint.
Yeah, I saw he went viral recently because the comments he made.
Well, he said she's still mad at him. She don't speak to him.
Yeah, but my thing is, first of all, I think a lot of people didn't recognize who David Justice is or who he was. Like, because I remember when they broke up, and he was like, I got like 4 other Jones that look just as good as Halle Berry, but they're not famous, so y'all don't know who they are. and he showed a little bit his staff off. I'll call him his staff, and I was like, oh. This is when David Justice was in his prime, though. People don't remember who David Justice was. He was that guy.
David Justice was that guy. He was
the baseball player for Atlanta, right? Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, for the Braves. When the Braves was the best team in baseball.
Yeah, he was that guy.
He was their best hitter when they were the best team in baseball.
And was that versus the biometric grocery store, right?
Somewhat. I showed them last joint how a lot of that's cap, but the new way they do it now, which isn't cap, is they kind of use the same technology Wally World uses at Sam's Club, which is kind of a scan and go method. But theirs is a little bit different because it's baked into your Amazon account. It's dope. Like if you go in your Amazon account right now, I didn't even know it was in there, and you look at the top where you can swipe the different categories over. One says in store. So it unlocks a whole new experience, man. Like, Jeff and them got it going on, bro. They got a full like cooked food bar there with pizza and chicken and Chinese food.
Well, they got that at Whole Foods. They've been
it's a Whole Foods with technology, bro.
Gotcha. So it sounds like they basically just took the best of Whole Foods and the best of Amazon. And
it's almost like Whole Foods and Amazon had a baby. They made Sweet Cash and Love and had a baby. And this is where Amazon Fresh Store is.
Sweet.
Yeah, but it's amazing, bro. Because remember we just talked on that show about like where they want to see their growth. They want to see their growth by getting rid of a lot of these targets and these Wally Worlds.
Right,
They come right their neck. And I'm here for it. I gotta speak to S. Simon though, man. I gotta do one of them once a week gigs.
So I mean, it was funny we talked about that, right? But I think growth is never going to be an issue as long as the company stay creative. The moment you are no longer creative, growth will disappear.
How many times have we seen that, bro?
1,000,001.
Damn, right. Simon, they need to give you a recruiting job. You about to have me like,
Oops. All right, Whole Foods discounts, free Prime membership. That has been my secret. Wait a minute. So I might need to look at that because I'm thinking about a career change. I got college tuition bills out of the gang. All right, Jacob says Trader Joe's pays $20 an hour, gives vacation, health for part-timers. That's why boy from Cosby Show worked there. Oh, you talking about Alvin? Boy from Cosby Show worked there for the benefits. Yeah. It was funny how they tried to drag Alvin too over that. I thought that was wild. I thought that was super wild. All right, Jimmy, I'm gonna go research it.
Yeah, we gonna find me and Kamari. Y'all gonna somebody gonna walk into the footage of us for YouTube. Me and Kamari gonna be working at Whole Foods.
Can I bag your stuff? Can I carry your bag?
Yo, listen. I ain't too proud to do something like that, man.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. The only reason I just don't have time though. I got so much going on. But the other part is, I got a beautiful ribeye from that joint, dog. It had a sale on it, dog. The joint was like $26, dog. With the Prime membership joint, dog. That shit went to $4.95.
Damn, what was it like? $15 a pound?
Dog. It was like $16.95 a pound.
See, I went that far off.
I took a picture to send you. I just never sent it to you. So let me see if dog.
Wait a minute. Do I need to say pause if you're sending me pictures of me?
Hey, yo, see, when you said that, that's why I said ribeye. I said ribeye for a reason.
Ah, man. But listen, y'all, we gonna be here for a little while longer. Like,
we getting out of here, man.
We getting out of here.
But the part is too, they got their own like in-house brand. They killing everybody, dog, and they disrespectful about it, just like everybody else is. Like,
yep.
They put it right next to where the name brand stuff is, and then like their price is like less than half of it.
I mean, and the funny thing about supermarkets is they charge for shelf space. You don't get on the shelf for free. That's the crazy part about white label.
Yeah, man. So anyway, man. So now I gotta look at that. Everybody, y'all really talking, about to have me rethinking my life, man. I'm about to stop selling property or give me a Whole Foods gig, man.
All right, David Buss, Holly Berry's drummer and DV incident.
Ooh.
I wouldn't talk to his Mickey fee. Well, they also say Wesley Snipes was responsible for that. But
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Was it him or Wesley? I don't know who it is.
Well, I've heard both.
Whoever it was, is trash.
Right.
Damn, she got her hand put on by both of them?
Allegedly. This
Yeah.
ain't a gossip show, so I'll
I
leave it.
got you. I'm gonna leave it alone. But whoever it was, that's foul. Never, just walk away, man. This yourself.
Everybody keep their hands to themselves.
Please do.
All right, Don Johnson said, my new gig has stock options. I twisted on buying some.
Over the last 15 years, they trailed the S&P 500, but they have one hell of a moat. Don, you don't gotta put it out there in the show if you don't want to. Inbox me though. I'm trying to figure out where Don. I know Don retired from the military. But where'd you pick up a gig at, bro? I want to know what kind of moat they got.
He must have been in like one of them defense company joints. All right, Amazon Fresh will eventually replace the Whole Foods brand. They already take up significant real estate for Amazon returns.
Yeah, I saw that because they used to have a bunch of like other locations that you can return stuff to. And when they put the Fresh store up, all the joints around there disappeared. Now you can only take it back to the Fresh joint. I was like, I see what's going on. I see the play. They running the play.
All right, Dina says, that's why I love Amazon. They're hustlers. They try to find money wherever they can. I kind of feel that way about Uber too. I don't know about Uber. Uber seems like they lost in the sauce right now.
I don't know, dog. Uber. Every time I look at Uber, they find a different way to another stream of getting some chicken, man. I had a huge position at Uber and sold out when it went up during the pandemic, and I often wonder if I should have kept it, but that's either here nor there.
Where's Uber at now?
Let's see.
Because they don't really make money from the cars. They got the logistics. They got the cars.
$93.73, bro. When I built my position at Uber, it was like 20 something bucks, and I had hundreds of shares of Uber. And when it cracked over 40, I sold it all. I doubled up and walked away. And I often wonder, like, did I play myself?
No, because I'm sure you use the proceeds to buy sets. All right, Nicole says Whole Foods hires people with criminal records to give them a chance to rehabilitation. They also hire people for prison labor too, but yeah.
Yeah, see, Kamari had to,
just sharing the facts, because that's one thing I actually hate. That's one thing I actually hate, because I enjoy the brand. They got a great story. Like, you see the bowl, built it up. He's got this whole, what's it? What's his term? Some consumer, conscious consumer.
They got to build what? Whole Foods or Amazon?
Yeah, Whole Foods.
Oh yeah. I watched a great interview with him, and he was talking about like the power of investing in other businesses. But anyway.
Right. All right, Anthony, what up?
What's up, man? Oh yeah. It's funny because me and Kamari was talking about that video earlier today, and I told him, I said it's funny. Jamil just sent me the video again.
We're going to have to talk about it.
I think Kamari was talking about that on Friday.
There's so many jokes. Like, I ain't in no slander against the ball, but there's just so many jokes. I mean, he really talking about going into people's chicks.
Hey, Jamil, what I told him was that's actually a black wealth conversation, because I don't know if you noticed this, but ever since they trying to take Main Man Building, he's out here fundraising in all kinds of ways. My man is acting. He doing his own $40 dates. Like, he's out of pocket right now.
All right, Huntington Ingalls, they build submarines and aircraft carriers. Okay.
I've never heard of them. That's one of them companies that makes billions of dollars on a low, and you like, who is that?
That's why Don got that package. I'm looking them up now.
They in Newport News. Okay. Huntington Ingalls. Let me check out their stock. Damn. Okay. HII 267 this year.
All right, Dina says Uber's PE is less than 16. Uber drive shares, Uber Eats, advertising, freight. Oh, I didn't know they did advertising. Freight, they just keep expanding. Okay.
Yeah, they got all kinds of streams. By the way, I also want to say this too before we get out of here. I just want to say, please do what you can to support our sponsor, right? Of Supplement, because Supplement, man, where my supplement bottle at, man? Because Kamari take this off the screen. I don't know why you put this up, but Supplement, matter of fact, I got both my joints right here. I'm like, I ain't gonna say who I'm like. I was getting ready to do that, but I'm a chill.
Oh, you got a new one?
I got told. Listen, man. The newest one is on the way. I got the joint with the hands on it. But this is, the yellow supplement. You know what I'm saying? Go to getsupplement.com. This is the black supplement. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just showing you guys that I live my raps. We support Supplement. Go to getsupplement.com and get the this is the best bottle. Wait till y'all see my next one coming. You know what I'm saying? Black bottles forever, white bottles never, but I digress.
Y'all hear the slander? Y'all hear the slander? You know, it's cool though. It's cool though. I hear. But I appreciate everybody watching tonight. Do us a favor. Think about prenups. Think about all legal documents you need in order to protect your chicken, protect your wealth, and maintain your legacy, y'all. All right. So until Wednesday, don't forget, until Friday.
I'm going to share something with you, Kamar. My last thing before we get out of here.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to share this book with you. I'm reading a new book, right?
What's that?
Let me see if I can get a good. There we go.
Hold on. Real Philly history, real fast.
Yeah, it's a Philadelphia history book, dog. And I ain't in that far in. You can see I'm, just getting far in it. But I tell you, the more you read, the more you learn. And only my takeaway so far is all them dudes back in the day were scammers, man. Like
Ben Franklin.
Yo, before even him, William Penn, dog. William Penn got the whole state for 16,000 pounds, bro. The king owed his pop 16,000 pounds, and instead of having to pay him his out of the metals, he was like, "Look, I just give you this land I got over there. Ain't nobody doing nothing with it anyway." So that's how he got to Pennsylvania. But in fact, he also tried to buy Chester. He tried to buy Chester, which was called Upland at the time, and he couldn't pull a deal, so he just got this. But it didn't occur to me.
Wait a minute. Who couldn't buy Chester?
Penn was trying to buy Chester too. Chester
was on the state,
huh?
He owned the state, didn't he?
He was trying to make Chester, but he did. But he was trying. Chester was supposed to be part of Philadelphia, so Philadelphia was supposed to expand all the way out there. Like Chester was supposed to be part of the city.
Gotcha.
But what's interesting is, and I never really put it together until I read this, that William Penn was a real estate developer. Also, he was only here for 4 years, but he put all the things in place in 4 years. But anyway, interesting book nonetheless. So I'm just always share the different literature that I read. So, I got this directly from the library too. This is not, not even a purchase.
Shout out for Jimmy being frugal, going to the librray. I mean, keeping his money. I love it. Keeping his knowledge.
I need more money for Amazon shares, man. What we talking about?
There you go.
I'm about to go look for Whole Foods.
That's called capital allocation at its finest.
Shout out to S. Simon, man. S. Simon got me all geeked up, ready to get a job, knowing damn well I ain't got no time for that.
All right, so DeVille says, supposedly he came up with the money to pay the back taxes. Have you seen the woman talking about how he tried to turn the movie into a West Coast production?
Yo, send that to me.
No, we need that. We need that.
Yeah, send that to me, bro. I ain't seen that one. I ain't seen that one, though. Come on.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Fatunde is out of pocket right now, man.
Hey, man. Black Queens forever. All right, y'all. Y'all be great. We will see you Friday for the free Bitcoin giveaway at 7 p.m.
All roads lead to real estate. Shout out to 8 more. That's right here too. All roads lead to real estate. You know what I'm saying? We got the literature.
Oh, and I got that too. No thanks to Jimmy. I had to go directly to the source.
I was about to say, go right to the author. We in the group chat with her. Just tell her, like, yo, I need that.
But, yeah. I mean, you're supposed to be my brother. You're supposed to have my back, but it's okay.
I thought I did send it to you, Paul. All roads lead to real estate. Make sure y'all cop this too. Shout out to our sister Erica. All roads lead to real estate. You know what I'm saying? So, we on that too.
All right, y'all. See y'all Friday. Come get y'all Bitcoin stash. Later, y'all.